Rising prices and stiff competition in the housing market are not just impacting people who are looking to buy a home. Rental rates are predicted to go up significantly in 2022 due to inflated home prices and increased demand. So if you're a renter looking for ways to help ease that financial burden, a new app called Pinata can help make rent payments work for you. Pinata CEO Lily Liu joins us now. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
So first, tell us about Pinata and how this app works.
Pinata is a free rent rewards program for all renters across the country, regardless of how you pay for rent and who you rent from. We think renters should get more back for their on-time rent payments. So every time you pay your rent in full and on time, you get access to a series of rewards. It's everything from gift cards to fun and emerging brands. You can use it on everyday essentials with groceries, gas, home goods, health and fitness, and more. And also renter-specific services, things like moving, storage, best-in-class renters insurance. Additionally, we also report your rent payment to the credit bureaus to help boost your credit score. And we see that it impacts renters' credit score on average 60 points.
That's amazing, especially because the housing market is so tough, specifically in the Bay Area. A lot of people are having problems with that. And some of them is just getting started to build that credit score. So I can see how this can really help. What inspired you, though, to create this app for renters?
I've been renting on and off for over 20 years now, and none of my on-time rent payments were ever reflected in my credit report when I needed them most. For example, on my home purchase, my first home purchase, and it struck me at the time that isn't one of the best data points on whether or not I'm credit worthy and trustworthy to pay back my mortgage, whether or not I paid my rent in full and on time the past decade of being a renter. And so that was really the core of the inspiration behind Pinata. And what we now see in the market is that less than 2% of credit reports actually reflect an individual's rent payments, which is something we really want to reverse in the market. And we think of that as table stakes. Honestly, we get points when you buy coffee at the same coffee shop or when you use the same airline or hotel group. And unfortunately, with your biggest monthly expense, your rent payment, you're not getting that kind of loyalty and credit recognition. So with Pinata, we give that to all renters across the country.
Yeah, that's usually a big part of people's paycheck, too. So that's definitely really helpful. How can renters build their credit scores by using Pinata? Is it just paying your rent on time, or how exactly does that work?
So every time you pay your rent, we're pulling that data. We report it to the credit bureau. Something to keep in mind is you're not paying rent through Pinata. So you pay rent exactly how you're currently paying rent. We collect that data, we report it to the credit bureaus on your behalf. And every month you're going to see a new trade line, you're going to see that information showing up. And with credit, it's about consistency in reporting, and the volume of transactions you're reporting also helps. And so really ensuring that every month you get that rent payment in on time, it's reported to the bureau, so you're getting to build up your credit history.
Neat. And you said it could raise your credit score about 60 points too, right?
On average, and we see that number going up from there. Obviously, if you're already starting with great credit, it'll impact your score less.
Okay, that's really good for a lot of people. How does Pinata make the rental process easier for property managers and landlords? We definitely have a lot of those here in San Francisco.
Yeah, great question. So with property management companies, a lot of them want to incentivize things outside of just on-time rent payments. Lots of things go into managing a property. So early lease renewals, maintaining the unit, maintaining the home, even things like move-in checklists, move-out checklists. There's new things that groups are investing in, like smart home activations, only as good as whether or not renters are using it and you're getting that data. And so on the back end system, property management groups and landlords have the ability to add in custom incentives to give their renters even more Pinata cash to get rewards on the program. And so that's a service that we offer to different groups to help improve how they manage and also just improve the rental relationships that they have.
Okay, so what trends are you seeing in the rental market for 2022 here in the Bay Area? It's really hard to buy a house right now, so a lot of people are renting longer than they anticipated. What are you seeing for this year?
Absolutely. We think rentership will continue to increase in 2022. Honestly, 2021 was one of the most unpredictable years for real estate. And so who knows where this year is going to land, but we really do see rentership increasing. Larger percentage of our renters are reporting that they're renting as a lifestyle choice and not just as a predicament as they're waiting to become a homeowner. Many people are choosing to rent because it gives them the flexibility and where to move. It gives them the ability to work from anywhere, which many workers now have the ability to do. And with mortgage rates projected to increase nearly 4% by the end of this year, again, we see that number and that rate of renting increasing.
And Lily, Pinata has a program called Pinata Cares. Tell us about this. How does it work? Who does it benefit?
Pinata Cares was really born during the pandemic, and it was our way as a company to give back to the renters in need. And we saw just an enormous number of renters reaching out to us and our property management groups that needed assistance. And so during that time, we launched a program to help those renters in need. We also give back to families, and we help feed them. So every time you pay your rent on time, we're actually covering a family in need and giving them a meal. And so you can actually see a counter of the total number of meals that we collectively as renters in Pinata have given and donated back to the community. And right now that's in the hundreds of thousands of meals. So we're really proud of that.
That's incredible stuff. It really has a big impact there. Where can people find more information about Pinata? And I would like to know, if I was to download this app and use it, do I have to pay for it? Who pays for it? How does that work?
Yeah, so you can check us out if you look for Pinata Rent in the App Store, or go to pinata.ai to learn more about the program. It's completely free for renters. So you can sign up and start getting rewards and access to the program for free. With property management companies, if you want to add in your custom incentives, we do charge a monthly recurring subscription fee for that. And then for certain brands on the platform, we also do generate revenue that way. So we have a multi-sided business model. The great thing about that model is we're able to deliver the best services to renters for free.
That's awesome. A lot of good information there. Lily Liu, CEO of Pinata, thanks so much.
Thank you.